Today we're starting the mortgage portion of our notes, so you're going to want to take your note packet and turn to page 8 for day 10-9. The first thing we're going to do is talk about terminology, what some of the terms mean, so that when you're working out a problem, you're understanding what you're looking for and what they mean in relationship to that problem. All right, the first term is called mortgage. Mortgage is nothing more than a loan, so it's a loan that is usually offered with a 30, 20, or 15-year repayment option. Majority of people who take out a mortgage usually take out a 30-year mortgage. Okay, the next word is called escrow. Escrow is an account, so it's an account which is used to pay taxes and insurance on the total, and let's underline the word total because it's important here, cost of the house. Now, what do I mean by total cost of the house? Well, you have an escrow account for taxes and insurance that's based on the cost of the house. If the house was $250,000, but you only took a mortgage out for $200,000, you're still going to have an escrow account based on what you paid for the house, which was $250,000. Okay, bank approval. Total monthly payment for the house including escrow must not exceed a percentage, so a percentage of your monthly salary set by the bank. So in order for you to get bank approval, the monthly payment for the house, including what you're paying for the escrow account, which covers your taxes and insurance, must not exceed a percentage of your monthly salary set by the bank. So if the bank says that it can't exceed more than 25% of your monthly salary and it does exceed that amount, then they're not going to give you approval for that mortgage. If it doesn't exceed that amount, then you will get approval for the mortgage. Okay, the next one is down payment, and everybody should understand what down payment is. Down payment is money you put down on your home to lower your mortgage payment. So again, we talked a little bit about this earlier when I talked about escrow. If the house is $250,000 and you take out a mortgage for $200,000, that means you came up with $50,000 down payment. Annual interest rate. Interest paid on your mortgage for the life of the loan. Basically, the interest is how the banks make money. So they loan you money out. You just don't pay what they loan you. You also pay what's called an interest, which gets added to that. And that interest is what they keep on top of what you owe them. So that's how they actually make their money. Okay, let's take a look at this formula here. It's a pretty big formula, so I don't want you to get nervous about it because they're going to give it to you on the exam if they give you a mortgage question. M stands for the monthly payment. P stands for the amount you borrowed. So the amount you borrowed, so that would be the amount after you take off your down payment. R is your annual interest rate, whether it's 5%, 9%, whatever the rate is. And N is the number of monthly payments. Okay, if you look at the formula, you've got fractions within a fraction. So it looks like there's a lot there. You have a couple exponents. So this is a formula you're going to have to take your time with to solve. All right, let's go on to the next page. You want to buy a house that costs $240,000 with a 30-year mortgage at 5% interest. If you put 10% down and your escrow payment is 1.2% of the full price of the home, what will your monthly payments be? Okay. Well, first things first is I've got to figure out how much of a mortgage I need to take out. So I have to calculate that down payment. So let's do the down payment first. All right, so we're going to do the down payment. All right, so it says you want to buy a house for $240,000 and you're going to put 10% down. All right, so what's 10% of $240,000? So 240 times 10%, which is 0.10. Put it in the calculator and hopefully you get $24,000. So you're going to come in with $24,000. So basically you have $240,000 minus that down payment of $24,000. You're going to end up asking for a mortgage of $216,000. So that's how much you're actually going to borrow. So that becomes my P value. So P is going to be $216,000, the amount I want to borrow. Okay, so looking at the formula here, I have my P. I need my R. My R is considered my rate, my interest rate. Well, did they tell me that? Yep, you're going to do for 30-year mortgage at 5%. So your rate is 5%, which is 0.05. Okay, what else do we need to fill in there? My N. All right, so my N is how many months are you going to be paying this monthly? Well, it says that I want to take it out for a 30-year mortgage. All right, so right now my N is 30 years. But I can't put years into the mortgage payment. I got to pay it monthly. So how many months in a year? You're right, 12. So it's actually going to be 30 times 12, which means I will be paying this for 360 months. Okay, now that I have everything there, I'm going to be able to fill in my formula. So here we go. M equals, my P is 216,000 times 0.05 divided by 12 times 1 plus 0.05 divided by 12 raised to the 360th power. The whole thing divided by 1 plus 0.05 divided by 12 raised to the 360 power minus 1. Okay, there's an awful lot there. So you're going to take out your calculators and you're going to take your time. You have fractions within a fraction, so I know I've got a big top divided by a big bottom. So I have to make sure I encase the whole top and the whole bottom in its own set of parentheses before I hit enter. Okay, so pause the video, take your time, plug it in, and actually come up with an amount you're going to be paying monthly. Now remember, we're talking about money. It didn't say where to round, so when it doesn't say where to round for money, you want to round to the nearest penny. So again, pause the video and come back and we'll compare our answers. Okay, so hopefully you ended up for M, your monthly payment to be $1,159.53. So that's how much your monthly payment's going to be on the mortgage. Okay? If you didn't get that amount, pause the video again, clear your calculator, put it in again. You may have to do the top by itself and then hit enter, and then the division, and then just divide it by the entire bottom by just putting the bottom in a set of parentheses. All right, let's go on to letter B. Letter B says, how much will be paid to the bank over the life of the loan? Well, I'm paying $1,159.53 per month. And how many months did we say we're going to be paying this loan? You're right, 360 months. So it's $1,159.53 times 360. So we're going to end up paying $417,430.80. Okay, so now think about this. I took out a mortgage for $216,000. Look how much I've got to pay back at the bank to borrow that money. Almost double of what I took out. That's a lot of money. Okay? All right, let's go down to letter C. How much interest is paid over the life of the loan? Well, I know I'm going to be paying, after 360 payments of $1,159.53, $417,430.80 back. So it'll be $417,430.80 minus what I actually borrowed, which is $216,000. So basically, I'm going to be paying $201,430.80 back to the bank in interest alone on top of what I actually borrowed. That's an awful lot of money too. All right, so now, if the bank does not want your monthly payment, including escrow, to exceed 30% of your monthly income, will the bank grant you a loan if you make $62,500 a year? Okay, well, they don't want it to exceed 30% of your monthly income. They gave me my annual salary, so I need to find out how much I make per month. So I'm going to take $62,500 and I'm going to divide it by 12 and end up with $5,208.33 per month. That's how much I'll bring home per month. Okay. Now we all know that there's taxes and everything that are deducted by in that, so we're not going to worry about the tax portion right now. We're just going to worry about what we're bringing home per month without that. All right. So it said that we can't exceed 30% of that monthly payment. So let's find out what 30% of $5,208.33 is. So we have 30% or 0.30 times $5,208.33. So plug that in the calculator. And hopefully you ended up with $1,562.50. Okay, so basically we can't have it exceed that amount of money. Okay, so now let's talk a little bit about, we know our mortgage payment already. If we back up, it was $1,159.53. The only thing we didn't figure on yet is our escrow payment. Now, if you look back at the top of your paper, it says that 5%, let's see, what did it say for escrow? Escrow payment is 1.2% of the full price of the home. All right, so let's talk about escrow a little bit here. Okay, so with the escrow, the full price of the house was $240,000. Remember, escrow is always on the full price of the house, not how much of a loan you want to take out on, the full price of the house. And we're going to do, what did it say, 1.2%. So 1.2% would be 0.012 as a decimal. Okay, so we're going to multiply that and see how much escrow I'm going to be paying. So I'm going to have $240,000 times 0.012 because it was 1.2%. And that'll give me $2,880. Okay, so that's how much escrow I'm going to pay per year, okay? But I don't pay escrow per year. I pay escrow per month. So $2,880 divided by 12 is going to give me $240 that I'm going to have to pay in escrow per month. MO stands for month, okay? All right, so now let's figure this whole thing out. My mortgage payment is $1,159.53, so that's my mortgage payment. I've got to add in my escrow, which is $240 a month. So that's my escrow. So my total monthly payment that I'll be paying is $1,399.53. Okay, that's my total payment. Now, let's see if they're going to allow me to take out a loan. Okay, so I'm not allowed to exceed 30% of my monthly income. All right, well, is $1,399.53 greater or less than my actual monthly income? You're right, it's less than $1,562.50, which means since I'm not exceeding 30% of my monthly income, okay, because it's less, and that's a point. So, yes, the bank will grant the loan. Because again, we took a look at how much I'm going to pay a month for my mortgage payment, including my escrow, came out to be $1,399.53, and 30% of my monthly income is $1,562.50. I'm not allowed to exceed that amount, and I didn't because $1,399.53 is less than $1,562.50. So the bank is going to grant me my loan and say it's okay for me to take out the loan on this house because I will be able to make my monthly payments. All right, so hopefully you understood a little bit about mortgages today. We're going to get more in depth in it tomorrow in class. If you have any questions on what we did today in this video, please bring them to class tomorrow.